Hey, this is Tuxedo Mark, and welcome to another episode of VLOGTRON, a Voltron vlog. I'm reviewing episode 49, Coran's Son Runs Amok. So this is part 2, and there's a recap that Peter Cullen narrates, and then Keith decides they're gonna let the ion cannon hit Voltron, or they're blocking it with the Robeast, so they're hoping that it'll fire on the Robeast, and then Voltron will break apart into the 5 lines and make it look like Voltron was blown up. So Lotor orders that the Robeast and Voltron be fired upon, and then they enact the plan. Lines hide out. Allura goes missing, but she's found by some guy somewhere later on, and taken into his tent, and he treats her, and she wakes up, and she's reunited with others. But anyway, back at the castle, Coran is using some. He's having the castle guards drill into the control room to try to get in there because Garrett is still holed up in there. Now, he contacted Lotor, and he said, "You promised me if I helped destroy Voltron, you would send like 10 million clones of me to this planet. I would rule the planet." And yeah, he did mention something like that in the previous episode. I forgot to mention it. But anyway, Lotor's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Don't bother me." So now Garrett's pissed. Anyway. Later on, okay, Allura's line has broken down again, so she has to wait until it's repaired before she can join the others. And she watches them leave, and she's, frustrated, but she has no choice but to wait. Oh, by the way, before she's reunited with the team, or maybe after, I'm not sure, but anyway, at one point the guy basically says that Corin's wife and 2 sons, he says 2 sons, even though I think there's only supposed to be 1, right? But anyway, there was an attack, but they were whisked off to another dimension where Zarkon couldn't reach them. Right. And then he shows her some kind of marker that commemorates this event. And Allura's clearly praying in front. She's praying in front of a grave. But the dub is trying to convince us that it's just some kind of memorial marker, and Coran's wife and sons are really alive and well in some other dimension. Yeah. According to this article, apparently this was like so ridiculous that even a promo for the Go Lion DVD release like lampshades it. But anyway, Allura eventually joins the others. They form Voltron. Defeat the Robeast, whatever. Meanwhile, back in the control room, Garrett realizes Lotor's probably defeated. He's like, now it's time to make my move. And he tries to leave, but the Voltron Force and Coran have cornered him. And Allura actually is the one, they all got guns trained on him. And Allura's the one that tells him to stop when he tries to run away. And then there's editing, it's unclear exactly what happens. It looked like Coran's the one that shoots him, I think. By the way, Coran's been devastated over this whole thing about the his son being like a fake, being a clone and stuff like that. But anyway, Garrett crawls around on the floor because he's been hit, but Coran, I think, has been hit too, although they really don't deal with it. I'll get to this later. But anyway, so Garrett's crawling around on the floor, cut to commercial break, come back from break, and it's like, oh, it's a good thing, you know, Garrett's been arrested and imprisoned. That's what Coran says. He and Alora are outside the castle. He's submitting his resignation to Alora because, according to him, he feels guilty because because of his personal feelings and stuff like that. The planet was almost taken over. So, but Alora does not accept his resignation. She's like, you know, you're human, you made a mistake, and what are we fighting for if not to be human? And it's weird that she calls them humans. I mean, they're from another planet, right? But I guess they're all humans. They don't go into this, by the way, but, so she doesn't accept his resignation. She gives a little Voltron speech at the end of the episode. They often have, like, characters, usually either Keith or Alora, will give some kind of speech about Voltron, defender of the universe. Sometimes some of the others might as well, but I think it's usually Keith or Alora. So that's the end of this episode, and the closing credits is... If I'm wrong about this, I'll correct myself. But no, I believe it's the nearly full-length version of the closing credits, except they removed the ground shots of the team in uniform. Yeah. And now, what I just read on the wiki article on Voltron Wiki, in the Go Line version of this episode, Nanny, or at least Nanny's Japanese equivalent, is killed because she takes a shot that was meant for Coran. Yeah, and I saw a screen cap. Yeah. So that was edited out of the episode, but obviously I think we won't be seeing her again, at least not for the next 3 episodes. Now, in Season 2 of Go Line, I mean, Season 2 of Line Force, which is the 3rd season overall, or what the DVD set calls episodes 53 to 72 of Line Force, something tells me that we're going to see her again, because those 20 episodes are American produced. I mean, they was probably animated by the same studios overseas, but these were American commissioned episodes. So I'm guessing we'll see Nanny again, and she's alive and well. Yeah. Obviously, all reference to her death was removed in the Voltron episode. So now we got 3 episodes left of Season 1 of Lion Force. I'm guessing the next 3 episodes are just gonna continue straight through to wrap things up, because basically it's been wrapping things up since well, episode 45 5, I guess. One princess to another. I mean, that they made it seem like a big deal, but then again, with episode 46, we got that stupid Space Mice episode. So I guess starting with episode 47's summit meeting, and continuing all the way through episode 52, it's basically like a 6-part series finale or season finale, depending on which version that you're watching. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it all turns out. And that's it. Thanks for watching.